Now on session 3, that is a module 3 setup and production. Maybe to do a recap on what we did in the previous session on CNC operations. We covered various things like how introduction to CNC, machine setup, loading or creating the program, then loading the machine, doing manual operation in job mode or incremental mode, so that you're able to show how you move the axis, at the same time how to automate the machine to cut or to do a dry run. Then we went ahead to look at tools and work holding, or how to hold your work safely, checking the part quality through measurement, and ensuring there's a smooth flow from the design to the final stage of production. Now, in session 3, we are looking at setup and production. Main objectives to enable you to be able to perform what we call the accurate machine setup, align workpiece, select the tools, and also manage what we call production processes in efficient and safe way. So the 3.1 will be about what we call machine preparation and inspection. So the key points for our trainees to be able to understand or prepare the machine by doing what we call check for the spindle, lubrication, coolant, guideways, verifying the machine that it's well calibrated. If you're doing maybe, for example, setup, you have to do calibration first to check what we call a tool and fixture, if they're able to hold the workpiece well. And then also ensure that the machine is safe before you do production. So these are things we'll be doing in our session for setup and production. Then for 3.2 is about work holding and fixture, different types of work holding for devices, machine vice, chucks, clamps, jigs, or roller table. How to do what we call the proper clamping techniques and aligning our workpiece with the machine axis if you're using either measure tool or work offset measurement, either using 3D prop. Then we're doing what we call tool selection as a setup. You have to select the tool depending on the operation. Then if this insert, you have to ensure that the insert is matched with the holder. If this end mill, you have to ensure that there are a proper number of loops and a proper tool height. If it is tool bit, you have to ensure that it is matching to the tool height required. So you have to select the tool depending on the operations. You have to select the holder that matches with the insert, also the quality that matches with the cutters. Also checking the length, measurement manually, and also using the 3D prop to do measurement of the length, and also ensuring that you manage the tool well so that the tool will be able to last. In our 3.4, we'll be looking at now production planning and workflow, how to read the drawing, how to read the specs, maybe the diameter, the length, the tolerance, all of it. Then how to sequence the operation from one operation to the next operation, maybe it's turning, facing, grooving, threading, cutting off. You need to ensure how to sequence the operations. Then how can you estimate the cycle time and the capacity of what you'll be doing, maybe how many parts you need to produce, and then how will you document your part, ensuring the proper what we call cutting parameters. So this is what we'll be covering. Then we will be looking at what we call program loading and dry run. How can you load the program, either using USB or network or system? Then how are you doing simulation or verification, either dry run or normal simulation to check the program if it's okay. And then how will you be identify errors from the program? If you have done simulation, then the program gives you an error. How do you troubleshoot and verify that the two parts are okay and the offsets are also okay? How do you detect errors before you do machining? So this is what we'll be covering in our session for 3.5, program loading and dry run for module 3, setup and production. Then on 3.6, we'll be doing what we call production monitoring and quality check. While you're doing production, there are things that will affect the quality, like the setup, the tools you're using, and also the cutting parameters. So how you ensure that you monitor this during the operation to ensure that the measurements are accurate as vis-a-vis the drawing or vis-a-vis the quality required by the client. Then lastly, we'll be looking at troubleshooting and adjustments. In case you identify errors in the machine or in the part you're machining, or maybe during the machine is something like vibration, or the tool is wearing, or there's chatter, how do you adjust this? How do you rectify this? How do you address these minor setup errors? Or how do you identify machine alarms at the same time reporting issues for maintenance in case it calls for maintenance. So these are the things we'll be covering, and at the end of this outcome of the module, you will be able to do what we call perform a complete machine setup for production, plan and execute production workflow efficiently, troubleshoot minor errors for the smooth operations, and also secure workpiece and select appropriate tools, monitor production quality and make adjustments. So these are things you'll be covering. On a daily basis, before you do what you call the machining, maybe you have a checkup list. For example, perform pre-operation machine inspection for the maybe spindle, lubrication, coolant. Did you perform it? You kind of check. You verify the machine calibration and guidelines are well, you kind of check. Inspect the workholding, vice check, that's okay, you kind of check. Maybe you select the correct tooling, tool length, you kind of check. You do what you call learning the program, if okay, you kind of check. So this one you have to, all of them, ensure that on a daily basis you check, then you align to what is required.